Ty, you have been going to real estate events, masterminds for the better part of 3 decades. You and I actually met at an event in San Ramon. Shout out, Bo, for that opportunity. You spoke at my Fresno event. You've agreed to speak at my Vegas event. I want to know from you, what makes a great event? You have been to more of these events than most of the people I know. So I just want to ask, what makes a great event so I can think about that and make sure I incorporate that in the February event?
I love this question. And I got to say that 100%, I love going to live events. I probably spent over $500,000 in travel and hotel and actually paying the fees to be in those rooms. And I got to say, for the big magic is being in those rooms, elbow to elbow with people that are committed, who've paid the money, because when you pay attention. And what I've noticed is that you're going to meet doers. And of course, that's how I met you. That's how I met Adrian. That's how I met Omar. That's how I met Joe D. That's how I met all of my great friends is, Tom Ferry, how I became great friends with Tom and Alex Lear and all these wonderful people was being in the right rooms. And so I think number one is being in the room. Number two is, I'm selective. I don't go. I get invitations all the time to come, to speak, to, or sit on a panel or whatever the case may be, or even just come and attend as a free guest, as a complimentary guest. And I got to say that, I turn down not a lot, but I turn down some of them and I go to some. But specifically with you, Michael, what I love is that everyone you bring to these events are people that do it, people that are active, people that are straight up. There's very low ego, no ego in the room for your audience, because that's who you are. You're the leader. And so I would say that just what makes a great event, and I would say for anybody that's coming to your event or goes to events, come and be prepared with a lot of questions, be prepared to engage, be prepared to interact versus just sit there in your seat, take your notes. That's good too. But even if you're the biggest introvert in the room, raise your hand, ask questions, engage.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, because we're bringing, I think now 12 millionaires, which will be amazing, that are all go-givers on the channel. But what makes me most proud of One Rental at a Time is the audience that we attract.
Yep.
I expect everybody that's coming, they should make 4 or 5 new friends in the audience, right? They should meet your Joe D, your Adrian, your Omar, right? Whoever that is for them. Could be life-changing relationships by getting in that room. And of course, we're going to have some fun. And I do events different, as you know, is I make the audience drive the questions. So you're not only going to raise your hand, you're going to step up and get in front of a microphone and ask your questions of everyone. Everybody will riff for 10 to 15 minutes, and then it will be live Q&A from the audience. So I love that. And then we'll have time for networking and fun and a party, and we're going to pay for a concert, which should just be awesome. But I just wanted to check. So I appreciate that.
I want to just one last thing before we wrap up too, is that what I love about your events is they're very intimate. And it's like, it's not this big mega and like, it's not a show, if you will. Now, there's parts of it that are fun and entertaining and all of that, but it's really all geared on education. It's based on blueprint experience, people sharing wisdom from the stage. But really, again, back to the audience, I want to encourage you that the person sitting to the left of you, the right of you, in front of you, behind you, these are all high value people that are doing it. And I noticed that with your audience is that you attract high level people that could be great partners, joint venture, maybe money lenders, or just people that you can connect with to support and encourage each other. So with your audience, very intimate, I would say for people really plan to come and engage, raise your hand, talk to the people to your left and right and around you. You always bring a really high level audience. And that's what I really, again, one of the many things that I love and respect about you.
Very cool. Well, I just wanted to check. I know you've been to a bunch of events. I want to make sure we're doing the right things. I want to exceed everybody's expectation. So dude, I appreciate you. I can't wait to see you there. Take care. Thanks again.
I love it. Thank you, Michael.